Not too much.
Right.
I think they're busy with their projects, and I know those guys are they're the real deal, and music is their life, and that's all they do.
Right.
But I don't stay in contact too much with them anymore, and I just wish them all the best. And for me, I've got a full-time job. I help run an animal hospital here in Palm Springs, and
oh, cool.
Again, all my spare time is devoted to music, but again, I wish those guys nothing but the best.
Right on. And through the years, you've had a lot of different bands that you've been in and been involved with, and I guess it was 3 or 4 years ago where you started releasing music under just your name, John Garcia. Has that been a easier thing for you to do, to not kind of have a band and be a solo artist and name? I know you're working with other people, but is there a benefit to just using your name and not having a band name?
Absolutely. One, I've always wanted to do it, and there's an incredible amount of freedom when it comes to the direction that I want to go to. If I want to listen to, Kylie Tiela through a 6-band EQ versus a 12-band EQ, it's done. And there's no question. Right. There's producers involved that will maybe rule against it, but ultimately it's my decision. So I really enjoy the fact that, and there's an incredible amount of freedom with it, and I can do what I want to do, when I want to do it, how I want to do it, and it's liberating. So I like this path that I'm on, and this acoustic record was a surprise, but it's just an ode to having that freedom and being able to do what I want to do. And there's no rules, there's no directions in regards to my life and or what songs I can and cannot put on a record. It's my God-given right to record and sing any song that I want to sing. As long as I give where credit is due, and I do that. That my path is very different than any other musician. But I certainly I'm still a fan, Mark. I'm still a fan of music.
Right.
I still listen to music loud in my car. I still genuinely enjoy playing and writing with Aaron. Aaron's a great songwriter, great guitar player, and again, he needs to get a lot of credit for some of these songs. He co-wrote these songs, these newer ones, the Hollingsworth session. He even did Chord Order. Chord Order is an instrumental track on my record, and he wrote it.
Right.
Well, why did I put somebody else's song on there? Well, there were supposed to be lyrics originally to that music, but it wound up ruining the song. So we pulled them, and again, he deserves a ton of credit. But sorry for that long-winded answer, but yes, an incredible amount of freedom, and I'm not planning on deviating from this path at all anytime in the near future.
Now, do you think you and Aaron will get out on the road to do acoustic sets and promote the record? Is that in
we will?
Okay, cool.
Yes, come March, we're gonna. It's got to make sense in every single way, including financially. So Europe, there's a bigger market where we're able to go over there and tour and not go broke doing it. When you have 2 kids, it's got to make sense in every single way. I get a lot of comments and criticism. Why don't I tour in the States? Well, I can't. I have to pay to play.
Right.
And I'm by any means am I rich. And so it doesn't make sense. So, but yet we still want to tour. I'm not making millions of dollars, and hundreds or tens of thousands of dollars with even a European tour. But at least it does make a little bit more sense to go over there and help support it. And plus, there's a market for it over here. Mm-hmm. Here, even in my hometown, I'd be lucky to get 10 people.
Right.
So it just makes more sense. So we're going to go over to Europe in March, and then we're going to go back over in April with the full band and test out some of these newer songs that we're writing for the new electric record, and we're going to take it from there.
Cool. One last question for you, John. When with Kyuss, you guys put out a bunch of records and you toured and you worked hard on what you were doing back then, but it seems like the if you will, the legend of Kyuss and the popularity of the band really seemed to grow after the band had stopped existing. Yeah, broke up. And I guess my question to you is how does that make you feel? Is that something that is like, well, awesome, finally people are catching on to it? Or was it frustrating being that it took people a long time to kind of come to the to Kyuss, and you guys weren't even around after people started really raving about you guys?
Like, where were all these fucking people when we were together type of attitude. And I have thought about that. But, it's like, I think it's more of, I don't know, there's some different views, but if a Frank Kozik poster goes out of print, I think it becomes more valuable and people really want it, really want that piece. So it's almost like that. But I'm appreciative of the fact that kids are still passing, what used to be tapes, but now MP3s or records now. They're still handing that stuff down. Hey, have you heard this band? Have you heard this band? And I certainly still do that to this day. Hey, trip out on this band. Have you heard this song from Sugartooth? I didn't know it was on a B-side, or and it's Kyuss is lucky enough to be still kind of thrown around and passed around via MP3 or CDs or records. And I'm very lucky and very appreciative to the fact that people still dig that music, and I'll always be known for the singer Kyuss. I know that, and I'm again very appreciative of and just grateful and really blessed by having been part of that band, especially when Brent and Josh were together as a writing force. That was really cool to see those two guys working together. That was the special part for me in Kyuss, seeing those two guys in Josh's bedroom or in Brent's bedroom really working things out. That was special. And to be a part of that I'm super grateful.
Awesome. Great stuff. John, it's been great talking with you. And again, the new record, The Coyote Who Spoke in Tongues, it'll most likely be out by the time we have this posted on the website. So to the listeners, please go check it out. We'll have links up in today's show notes where you can go purchase it and download it on Amazon.com. And John, have a great afternoon. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a great evening.
Best of luck.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.